Yeah, it was a crazy time. If you're watching this, I'm sorry for crashing your car. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jackie and this is baby Zuri. Today, first of all, let me just say I'm sorry that there was only one video out last week, but what happened was I lost track of the days, and then my laptop stopped working. Well, not stopped working, but the sound was like completely off, so I had to figure out how to fix that. So yeah, it's been drama, but I'm glad. You know me, I just pull out my boob during filming to feed my baby. Priorities. So I'm glad to be back. My whole YouTube career was hanging by a thread, but I'm back. We conquered, we moved. We're gonna be doing a story time again. Yes. Today I'm gonna tell you the story about how I crashed my host family's car in America. I know guys, this is back in 2017, so please don't judge me. I'm a better driver now. I am quite a good driver. I've had lots of practice and I'm better now. So anyways, let's just get into it. And please don't judge me. Do not judge me. We are in this together. We are family. But before I get into the story time, just since you're here already, just subscribe. Do it. I'm gonna wait for you. You're gonna wait for them? Yeah, we're waiting for you. Just do it. Subscribe. And click the bell too. Okay, guys. So, in order to give you the story, I have to give you a backstory. You weren't there, sister. Why you got so much to say? You weren't there. It's my story. You weren't there, so I have to tell it. So, anyways, what had happened was, a lot of you guys, if you've been following my channel for a long time, you know that I was an au pair in America. So I did au pair in America for 2 years. The first family that I worked with, we're not doing that. We are not doing dates. Okay. The first family that I worked for was in Virginia, and I only lasted 2 months there because although I loved the children, the parents were like cheap as hell. They had me walking like two hours a day, like an hour, and then I was doing an hour trip 2 times a day just to walk and pick up their kids from school. And like sometimes it would rain, and sometimes like it was like treacherous. Once I was walking home with their children in the rain, and I was like, no, this is my breaking point. I cannot do this anymore. Like, this is slavery. Like, no. So I ended up sitting them down and being like, guys, something's gotta give. It's either you'll give me a car, because they had 2 cars. It's not that they only had one vehicle. They had 2 cars, and they used to drive the cars to the train station and go to work, while I'm here at home walking to go and fetch your children from school twice a day, in the rain, in the sun, in any kind of weather. You don't care, because why? You'll just don't want to, because I'm a strong African au pair. No, that's what we're not gonna do. So I ended up leaving that situation because like the father was also low-key racist. So we moved. So I ended up matching with a family in New York, upstate New York. So this was a French American family. Kids were great, parents were great, but they were French, and you know French people, they just tell it like it is. They do not waste time. The father was really sweet. The mother was like, she doesn't hold back. Like, she will just tell you what she needs to tell you, how she needs to tell you. Like, she don't care. Like, even if she not even you as the au pair, like anybody, if she's using your service and she thinks that you can make your service better, she'll be like, listen, let me tell you something. This is why your business is not working. I think that you should do this, that, and the other to make a better, like, she was like, ma'am, take it down a notch, please. Let's not be rude to each other. But I grew to know that French people, that's just the way they are. That's just the way they talk. Sometimes they don't mean no harm by it, but some of them do. But this particular family, it was just the way she speaks. It's not, you can take it as rude, but she's not being rude. She's just trying to help the situation. Anyways, so I got there, I think it was after, so I got there just say, I remember it was before Christmas because they used to go away a lot. So I remember that I spent the Christmas alone, and it was snowing. Now mind you, I'm a girl from Durban, never seen snow, never touched snow, never felt snow. Snow was just on the movies only. So now to expect me to drive in snow, it's like I've never encountered snow in my life. Like, how do you expect me to drive? But anyway, we're gonna thug it out and we're gonna make it happen. So anyways, I was alone now, and you know when they have like a big snow during the night and when you all snowed out, they end up having some of the people have like snow plow services. Some people do it themselves, some people have people that come and plow the snow. Now the car that I used to use used to park outside, and so it was like early hours of the morning, and it was completely, everything was full of snow. The car was covered in snow, like, and I'd never driven. I actually stayed away from the car because I was so scared to drive with snow, but I was forced to go out and move the car. So now me being an inexperienced driver and being the first time, first time encountering snow, I didn't know that you must wipe the car off first and you must make sure your winds. I thought that, you know what, this car has sensors, this car will help me out, it won't be that hard. Dizzy. But anyways, fine. I decided that, you know what, I'm just gonna use the window wipers, and it was a heavy snow, so I was like, I'm just gonna use the window wipers, and I think that I know this yard well enough to navigate. Okay, fine. I managed to reverse and then go down the driveway. Fine. Snowplow people came, they did their thing. Now it's time for me to get back into the yard, because now I'm in this car, I'm outside. So now their driveway had like 2 pillars, and one had the post box and one was just a light pillar. So now I reversed, and I thought that I could just reverse down the road and just swing into the driveway. That was my plan, guys. But now I wasn't looking in my mirrors. I wasn't looking in my mirror, and I just reversed, and the road wasn't straight. It had a curve, like right where our yard was. It had a curve, and I didn't account for this because you must know, first of all, I just woke up. I've never seen snow before. I'm an inexperienced driver at this point, but anyways, I was confident enough to be reversing instead of driving up the road if I didn't know what I was doing, turning around and then coming back. That's what I should have done, but I did not. I was like, I'm in my bag, this car has sensors, it's modern, I can do this. No, first of all, the sensors were blocked as hell by snow, so the sensors never helped me. But anyways, to make a long story short, I ended up reversing, and I reversed straight instead of reversing in a curve, and I ended up hitting the post box, like reversing into the post box. And I didn't know at first, I didn't think I'll wait. I didn't think that I hit the post box. I thought, okay, I just like went into like some snow and that's what made the noise. Fine, I ended up reversing forward and then reversing in the yard. Fine, great. Not realizing that I had hit the post box. So, you want to expose my boobs? You want YouTube to take this video down? You want YouTube to take this video down because you're exposing my boobs? So, not realizing, I went on with my day. I just was normal. At that point I didn't know that I hit the post box. I didn't even check because everything was covered with snow. I just went in, the snow melted, I needed groceries, right? So I ended up going to the grocery store, and when I came out of the grocery store, I'm walking towards the car, and now obviously I want to put the stuff in the boot, and I'm noticing the whole back of the whole like passenger side of the car is like busted, the lights busted, like the side of the car is busted, and I'm just like, this family is gonna kill me. I just got into rematch. I just matched with this family not so long ago. We're getting to know each other. Like, we just got into a comfortable place. Now I go and mess up their car. So now this is like a well-off family compared to the family that I'd been with before. Like, they used to travel all over the world. Any holiday they had, they traveled. They were like up there, like they were the OP family that you hear about but you don't always get. But I still felt really bad, and I loved that car. So it was like, I really hated that I messed up this way, but like I felt like I just had to say it. And my friends are like, you know what, just fix it on your own, and while they're out of town, because they still had like a few weeks to be out of town, and they were like, just fix it on your own and then act like nothing happened. But that's just not how I am. I'm somebody that I can't lie. It like eats at me, and I'm terrible at doing it anyway, so I don't do it. So I ended up just contacting my host mom and being like, listen, this is what happened. I crashed the car. This is how I crashed the car. And she was, at first she was like shocked about it. At first she was shocked and like she couldn't believe that I actually like crashed her car. But she just was like in proactive mode. Okay, this is how you're gonna fix it. You're gonna take it here and this and that. I think that the dad was like really upset because obviously he had to pay for it, but he got over it and we fixed the car. But I felt really bad because like that's just who I am, and it was an honest mistake, and it helped me because obviously I realized that I wasn't a pro at driving and I needed to be more careful. And I think that saved me. Everybody just has to make mistakes to learn and be better. I'm obviously a more experienced driver now. I think that I'm a more careful driver now. I think that when I started learning how to drive, I was just so eager, and like I had a chip on my shoulder because I learned so fast. So I thought that I was the shit in driving. So that basically humbled me. Luckily, it wasn't a. It didn't take a bad accident for me to like calm down, like pipe down. But I learned my lesson and I started being more careful. So that's a good thing. So that's a good thing. And yeah, it was a crazy time. If you're watching this, I'm sorry for crashing your car. But this was like a really good family. I must say, like out of like all the families that I had, they were a really nice family. Although like the mother could have been misinterpreted as being rude, she was really good to me. Like she literally paid for me to go on trips to Miami, trips to Orlando, Florida. I went to Disneyland, and she paid for like my flights and my accommodation. So she was really good for me. She literally even paid for me to go and see a therapist because she thought that I was depressed, and I was depressed. So it really helped me. It got me out of there, and I started enjoying myself in America, and I started living my life, and I really had a good experience. That's why I think that I can pour myself so much into being a mother, because I really lived in America. So yeah, if you guys want to hear more story times, maybe about how I fell into depression, now I got over that, leave a comment down below. I'm gonna be doing many more story times. I literally have a big list full of story time ideas. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did enjoy this, subscribe and leave a like. Leave a comment down below. Leave a comment down below if you ever mess up in an accident and you were the cause of the accident, whether it was alone or with other people. It could have been worse. I'm here, I survived it, I learned, which is a good thing. Yeah, so subscribe and like and hit the notification bell. I love you guys so much for watching. Mwah.